So hi, one of the Good Noise Podcasts with Lili from Beach Bunny. We're asking some questions today. I'm going to start. So what inspired you guys to start the project, and what does the project name mean?
Sure. So I started in 2015. It originally was like a solo project, but I didn't want to use my last name because it's really hard to spell in Google.
Oh,
So I was like, oh, I'll use a band name. And then in 2017, there was a battle of the bands that I wanted to enter.
Ooh.
So it kind of like it segued nicely.
all
But
right.
I just thought the name was cute.
It
Completely
is.
valid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair. And how the band started?
It was just a solo project, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
it was like solo project into like as soon as the Battle of the Bands things was happening, I was like,
Mm-hmm.
okay, I need a band to compete.
Mm-hmm.
And then after we competed or whatever, we just kind of like got along really well, so we just
Oh,
kept playing together.
Okay.
okay.
All right.
That's very wholesome. Solid. So congrats on your newest release, Honeymoon. How do you feel about the response to it so far?
Oh, thank you so much.
Yes.
Uh, it's so interesting releasing music in a pandemic.
Yeah.
Because it does well online, but it's hard without like the touring aspect to see how people are receiving it, but I think it's doing well.
Yeah, I think it's doing pretty well. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I told a couple of my friends I was interviewing you, and they're like, "Holy shit, you have Beach Bunny on the show!" And I know
Yeah.
Glory's family was the same way. They're like, "Holy
Oh
shit,
my
Beach
God.
Bunny!"
Yeah,
So
my
Oh,
brother like flipped out. He loves your music, so like it was huge.
just in our little
thank
circle, I'd have
you.
to say it's doing pretty goddamn well.
Yeah.
Thank you.
This is the first artist we've talked to where people outside of like the alt circle like holy shit.
Oh my God. Wait, you
Um,
got them? Yeah,
yeah.
so
That's
Uh,
awesome. Thanks.
so, can you tell me a little bit about your writing process for this album?
Sure. I feel like this album was kind of written over the course of like a year, just in spurts, and usually just like made a couple voice demos and stuff like that, and then we jammed as a band, and yeah, it was like post a breakup, so I guess that makes sense
Okay.
listening to the
mhm.
song.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, solid. So, speaking of writing, which song took the longest to write? As you said, it took about a year. And which one is your favorite?
Um, Actually, they're both the same song, I would say. I
Okay.
think the longest it took to write was the opening song of the album, Promises.
Ooh, okay.
Um, it was supposed to be on like this thing I made in 2017, but I just kept rewriting it and rewriting it and rewriting it. And
Hmm.
every time I'd play it, I'd be like, ah, it doesn't feel right. And then finally it clicked. And that's also my favorite song on the album.
Okay.
All right. Taste.
So, since you brought up the opener, I want to ask, like, how did you pick the track list order for the album? Did you just kind of shuffle it?
Oh
Did you
gosh.
spend hours? Like, you said, oh gosh, so I'd have to say this is going to be interesting.
I feel like there's just a, like I wish there was more of like a process. I feel like the boys and I were just shuffling songs around, being like, "Does this sound good? Does this sound okay?" So a lot of overthinking, a
Okay.
lot of hours
Hmm.
All right.
It's
overthinking.
Okay.
completely valid.
So can you tell me where your headspace was at while you were writing this? You said post breakup. So,
Yeah, I think compared to like the newer stuff that I'm writing now, like it was coming from a deep place of like insecurity and self-doubt and just a lot of like sad vibes. I think
Hmm.
it definitely has a lot of breakup songs on it.
all right.
Hmm.
So
You,
not a
you,
very happy mindset.
Yeah,
you encapsulated that like sad vibe though perfectly while
definitely.
listening to the album. I'm like, God
Thanks.
damn, this is sad.
It's sad though,
Yeah.
but yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah. So, is there a certain feeling you want your listeners to have while going through the album? Is it sad?
I hope that if people are listening and they're going through like a breakup or similar experience, that I don't know, that they can just relate to the lyrics and like hopefully through listening to songs they'll feel better. I don't want to make anyone feel worse. I hope
Okay.
Okay.
people listen to it and are like, "Oh, I can relate to this. That brought me some comfort or something."
All right. So
Yeah.
almost like part of the healing process if they're going through something.
Yeah, hopefully.
Okay. All right.
Oh, it's
If
very
people
wholesome.
want to just be emo though, it
That
is what
Completely
it
works
valid.
too.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this next question should be like super, super quick, and off the top of your head. I want you to describe this album for new listeners in 3 words.
Gosh. Okay. Emo, upbeat. Oh God. I don't know. Like in my mind now, it's like almost youthful in a sense.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
The
Think like
emo.
young love heartbreak.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
That emo and upbeat, I don't know, they don't mix very
But it
well.
makes sense.
It makes sense, but I don't
Yeah.
get why it makes sense. You know?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Totally.
So, is there any meaning behind the name Honeymoon and the cover art?
Ooh. The name loosely was based off like the idea of when you like exit the honeymoon stage in a relationship and things start to like get real and go downhill.
Mm-hmm.
And then the cover art, I mean, I think I was just trying, since it was like a first album, I was trying to make something that was very me. So I put like the bunny on it, and I'm a big skater, so the rollerblades were just like a personal preference, I guess.
Okay.
All right.
So the bunny was a good touch. It was very cute.
Like,
Yeah.
So what band or artist influences do you think you can hear the most on this album?
ooh, that's a really good question. I think a lot of the songs were maybe not written, but like post-written when we toured with this band called Rainbow Drive.
Ooh.
And this was like when they had their first album out, and it was very like high energy kind of punk music. I don't think any of the songs in this album are super punky, but I think just that like power pop sound was probably influenced from like touring with them.
Okay. Could we
Okay.
expect some like punkish influence on like a future Beach Bunny release?
Yes, I think all the upcoming songs are very angry.
Okay.
Oh
All
my
right.
god.
Excited
Beach Bunny
now.
goes punk. Let's go.
I'm excited now.
Yeah, I'm very excited for that. So you guys actually had the opportunity to do an audio tree session. What was that like? How'd that opportunity arise? Tell me everything. That'd be cool.
Sure, yeah. No, it was crazy. I was so nervous, especially that was like our first time doing any real thing that was similar to that. And going into it, I was so like scared because I knew it was going to be live. And that was before any of the album songs and stuff. So we'd been playing those tracks for a while, but like anything, it was like, oh, I've never done this kind of interview. I hope I don't say the wrong thing, and I was very worried about the YouTube comments.
Oh.
But luckily everyone's been super nice, and Audio Tree's based in Chicago, so it was a very quick trip down the street.
Yeah.
Oh,
perfect. All right.
that's convenient. Yeah.
Totally.
So you mentioned your writing. What can you tell us about what's in the works here?
Ooh, I'm very, very excited for new songs. I feel like they're very confident and self-assured, and there's some social commentary sprinkled in there. I guess it's like a feminist EP, I would say.
Ooh.
Okay.
The
So
next
it's an E
thing.
EP?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh.
All right.
Yeah.
Are you able to, I don't want to pressure you because you did say you're writing, but can you kind of put like a general time on it sometime
Yeah,
next
yeah.
year?
Ooh, yes. Very, I would say sooner than you think.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
So you'll
What-
be dropping it tomorrow?
You're saying sooner than you think. Are you just saying you're writing, but it's actually written and recorded and is being mixed and mastered right
mixed,
now
yeah.
as we speak?
Maybe wink, wink, nod, nod.
Okay.
Well,
Okay.
okay.
All right. Sooner rather than later. All right.
Solid. All right. So where do you see the band in the next 5 years?
Oh God. That is a great question. It's hard to think of the future with what's going on right now, but definitely going to keep making music. I hope that we can travel outside the US and tour and play with bands that we really grew up loving and stuff. That would be so cool. But I don't see this slowing down anytime soon.
Good. Yeah.
So for the last couple of questions, we're actually going to shift away from music and go straight to death row. So
Boom.
if you're on death row, what would your last meal be with drink?
Whoa.
180.
Totally. Probably I would think I would have pad thai as
Ooh.
the food, extra spicy, and then I think I would have like a Dunkin' caramelized coffee as the drink.
Ooh.
All right.
Interesting combination. I
I
respect
my
it.
stomach, but whatever.
It's okay.
You won't
don't
have to pay
live
the
with it.
consequences, so it doesn't
Exactly.
really matter.
Exactly, it's fine. So, if you could live in one fiction world for a week, where would you live?
Oh my gosh. Um. Oh, Doctor Who for sure.
Oh, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. What era though?
um. God, I feel like whenever I watch the specific season, I want to be in that era. So I just finished Matt Smith's
Oh
season.
my God,
So
taste.
yeah, I need to. I would if I could be his assistant for a
Mm-hmm.
week. God, that'd be so cool.
It'd be really cool. Good
Uh,
choice. Good choice.
so I have the honor of asking the last question, and every single person we have spoken to have said the most important question.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
What is your favorite color?
Oh, that is interesting.
It's very important.
I'd go with like an in between purple and blue. I don't know what color.
Ooh.
Okay.
Like a periwinkle.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Solid color.
Solid. Mm-hmm.
So as I said, that is all the questions we have today. Is there anything you'd like to plug?
Um, just stay posted for new tunes and yeah, hopefully we'll have some stuff out soon.
All right.
All right.
Well, thank you for sitting down with us. This has been Lily from Beach Bunny, and we're the Good Noise Podcast.